Hi there. I just wanted to give you some instruction as to our Unit 2 summative task. Unit 2 is short and sweet, so we're already on that big summative task, and it's actually divided up into 2 tasks. So you've got a lot on your plate today. I'm going to give you some strategies as to how to budget your time. But if you have worked ahead, you could also do this activity over 2 days if you're a little bit ahead. So, there's only one test in the course, like one official unit test. There's other quizzes in the quiz tool that you've done. But this is a test to check your knowledge of an inaugural address. So you're going to click here. Make sure that you are citing anything that you use from the internet, trying to keep as many ideas as possible your own. And do not copy off of each other, because I will be running this through Turnitin. And Turnitin not only looks for direct copies, but also like very similar or similar sentence structure. So if you copy off someone else's and reword it, I'll be able to tell. So don't do it. Assignment number 2 is a creative writing task, and this is what's going to take you the most amount of time. I would say budget about an hour for the test, similarly to what you would be doing in a 75-minute English period at school. The rest will be for the creative writing task, which is writing a speech. You need to write an original speech and upload an audio copy to the internet. You can either upload it as an audio file. I'll provide some resources in the news item to help you. YouTube is the easiest to upload. You don't have to be in the video. It could just be your voice. So that's totally okay. But YouTube is the easiest because it would be streaming rather than downloading. So you're going to write a speech in which you have a thesis. So you can choose one of the following thesis statements here. If you'd like to do your own thesis, please run it by me first. After you're going to draft up a speech, feel free to model some of your prose after people that we've talked about. Use those literary devices that we spoke about in oral communication throughout the unit. This is really showing me that you've read the content from the unit. Revise your work. So I would say probably spend an hour to an hour and a half writing your speech, then spend half an hour revising it, and then say it. When you say it, you'll stumble if it's grammatically awkward or certain things like that. So pay attention to things that you're having trouble spitting out. It might mean there's something wrong with your sentence. And I'm going to be giving you a mark based on your reading fluency, so how smooth your writing is. So after your speech, you're going to write a paragraph about the speech writing process. This is part of the reflection piece for oral communication that we need to do in the curriculum. So I'd like you to consider the strengths you have as a speaker, the areas you can improve in, the strategies you find most useful, what was the purpose of your speech, did you achieve this purpose, and how did your body language and facial expressions aid or detract from your speaking. So even if I'm not seeing them, look at your body language and facial expressions if you want. So you're going to write your speech and then include this reflection just in a blurb at the bottom of it. You don't need to upload it as a separate file. So today you should have uploaded your test, your President Kennedy test, the written copy of your speech, and the audio copy of your speech. And all of those things need to be in there in order for you to receive full marks for this summative task. So I'm just going to go over the rubric real quick, and I'm going to show you a copy of the test. So the rubric for the speech, since we were just talking about that, is here. I'm looking at your speaking skills and your reflection. So this is your skills as a speaker. This is you reflecting on your skills as a speaker. Your writing, I'm not marking your actual writing in the form of grammar. I want you to have a thesis, and I want you to have an organized focus when you're talking. So again, I'm going to be just listening to what you say. And then you're creating a media text. So this is where we're going to tie in that bias, baloney, literary devices. How is your speech as a speech? So that is how I am marking your creative writing task. The unit test is still marked by points. Those points are going to convert to a level. If we, I will give you more information on that when I hand it back, but it's looking at basic things that we were looking at, such as tone, diction, rhetorical devices, ethos, and then you are writing a couple of paragraph answers as well. So I hope that this is manageable. This is one of our heavier days. So please, please, please budget your time wisely. Again, save yourself about an hour for the test, an hour to 2 hours to write and revise your speech, so that we're at 3 hours now. Probably about half an hour to write your reflection, so 3.5, and then an hour to say your speech, upload your speech, and make sure everything's uploaded to the Dropbox. All the rest would just be reading the content, so it would be very hard to do this day in under 6 hours, which is what you should be spending in the course most days, but today is one of those days where it's going to be hard to do it in a shorter amount of time. But once you're done, then you're done Unit 2, and we are moving on to our play. So good luck with this task, and I'll be talking to you tomorrow.